Wraith Talks.
Hey, it's your boy Mix. We're back again for Wraith Talks, episode 9 of season 1. And yes, you know, we've had a tranquil of cars. We've had the Rolls Royce Phantoms. We've had a Wraith. We've had the vintage with DJ Bigos. And obviously today for episode 9, we're back in the fabulous luxurious stars in our cars. But yeah, today on our episode today, we're going to have a very special person from Birmingham. One of the many queens that we have from Birmingham that has amazing talent. And yes, as you can guess, she's a female, a queen, a goddess, you know what I mean? But yeah, without further ado, I'd like to bring her in. And like, guys, just honestly, man, like, round of applause, please, and drum roll! Yeah, man! Hey, hey!
Ow, my head!
Oh no, that's done already.
It's okay, it's fine. My hair is not in any good style today, so it's just here, you know.
Thanks for coming, Cass.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure,
In a
man.
swanky car, you know.
Yeah, come on, man. Sound you right, man.
You know. Wow.
Well, as I was saying to the people over there, hey, I was just informing them of like, we're going to have a very special person from Birmingham today that is an amazing person, is very talented in many ways, and in a nutshell, like for somebody that didn't meet you, was to meet you and say like, hi, what's your name? My name's Cass. What would you say, like, would describe you as a person? Like if you would...
Well, if I was to meet a stranger or like an alien.
Yeah, or an alien. Yeah, let's go an alien.
If I was to be an alien, I'd say first of all, wow, hi. But no, I'd say I am a comedy writer, creator, and presenter.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very.
Yes.
You see, with I'd like to go with, well, obviously comedy is what you originally started in, but before we go there, I'd like to start from the current and then work our way back.
Okay.
If we can do that.
Right. Yeah, let's do it.
I think that'll be an interesting way of doing it.
Very interesting way of doing it. I've never done that before, but let's do it. Why not?
Hey. So obviously, like, writing's a thing that you've like getting into a lot each now, right?
Yes.
So what inspired you to get into it? Like what?
Back in 1990 when I was when I was younger, I used to really like writing.
Okay.
I used to write short stories. I had a really sick story about a princess called Celeste.
Okay.
She was amazing. She was in love with some guy called Owen, because I in primary school used to like some guy called Owen.
Shout out Owen.
Not trying to say that Celeste was me, but like she kind of was. So I used to really love writing, and then I went all through, you know, school, and I did drama, and I loved English, and I loved all these different things, and I got to uni, and I was like, oh, what do I do with, you know, English and art and drama? They were my subjects, and I thought, I'll do journalism.
Nice.
So I did that. Didn't like it. The news is very negative. I did work in a newspaper for a while. I hated it.
Really?
Didn't hate it, but the news is really, they thrive off of, yeah, car crash,
Narratives and like,
yeah, and it's just, it was a bit draining to go into work, you know. Yeah, there's been an accident, woo, you know, it's gonna get clicks, yay. And I was like, oh no, this is not what I want. So then I started making videos on the internet, comedy videos.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, at first they were motivational videos, then I switched over to comedy,
Of course.
and then it's been about 4 years since then, and I've had some successes.
Right.
But I was sitting there maybe last year, and I was talking to someone, and he said, do you know that there's a comedy course that you can do at Falmouth University?
Okay.
Comedy writing for TV and radio. And it just clicked in my head. I was like, oh, that's what I want to do, because I was doing all this stuff on the internet, and it's great.
Yeah.
And you get the money, and you get the, you know, all of that, but I didn't know what I was doing with it. And so when someone said that, I was like, writing comedy, that's actually what I want to do. So here we are. Now I'm working on a few short films.
Ooh.
Short comedy films that yeah, I'm quite excited about them, and a short series as well. So I'm just gonna do as much as I can to get my name out there as a comedy writer, because
Of course.
I've been creating it, but no, I want to be known as a writer who then also can create it as well, and still do the internet stuff, because I still love doing that. But yeah, writing that's how we got to there.
That's actually dope, man.
Yeah.
So like, when can we expect to see this series or like these short features?
Well, the film, I'm planning to get that written by the end of this month.
Right.
That's my plan. But obviously things don't always go as to plan, because sometimes you sleep a lot and Netflix takes over. You know, life gets in the way. But I am planning to do that. So I want to get it filmed. As soon as I've written it, I really want to get it filmed within like a month.
Of course.
Probably less, because it's not going to be like a massive production. It's like a 5 people cast. It's not huge. So yeah, I kind of want to just, maybe by the summer, I'll have my first written short film. Because I have wrote a comedy series before.
Of course.
Which did okay-ish. But I didn't know how to write back then. I just wrote it. I just sat and I just wrote it all out, like 20 episodes in like 2 days. But I didn't know how to, make characters funny or how to structure episodes. I just wrote what I thought was good.
Yeah.
But now that I know how to do it, I'm going to do it properly. So my first proper short film, potentially by summer. We don't know.
Stay tuned.
Let's hope Netflix does not release anything great. If it does. I don't know. But yeah.
But hey, Netflix has risen their prices, so you never know.
That's true. I mean, maybe I will be watching my own things on Netflix instead of other people's.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Gotta manifest that stuff.
Gotta manifest that stuff. Yes.
So we've touched on the writing, sort of, and it's interesting actually because I never knew that you did journalism at some point anyway. Like, when you tried, that's actually mad.
Yeah, I did a whole 4-year degree in journalism. Yeah, I did 3 years in Coventry University. That's where I went, and I did a year in Spain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
how did you find
20,
Spain?
I loved it. I didn't actually want to come home, but they said to me, no, you have to come home because you have to do your last year in Coventry. And I was like, but why? They said, well, your degree will be null and void. And I was like, damn it. So I had to come home. But no, it was a really great year. I just seen how, they live their life in terms of journalism as well, how they report the news. And, at the time, I think online journalism, I mean, this was what, like 9 years ago now. So at the time, they wasn't as far forward as what we were. So I found it really interesting that I knew all this stuff. And I was going out there and they were just learning about, this is how to write a blog post. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. But no, I did. It was really interesting. Really great journey. I loved it. Yeah.
Nice. So do you know a bit Espanol? You can teach me.
Sí.
Ooh.
Sí.
Vavavoom. That's not even Spanish.
That's literally just nothing.
I just saw that with Tira really years ago. I thought, that's cool. I just say that.
It works. It's fine.
Alright, well, we can pass that up.
Man.
Cass, so with comedy, yeah, like, obviously, a lot of comedians draw inspiration of things. Like, for yourself, what would you say, like, you draw your inspirations off, or, like, is it more of a thing where it's just, like, you being you and there's no real inspiration, it's just yourself?
No, I think, I guess it's just life, and I started to do comedy literally because I saw a woman doing it online once, and she played 2 people.
Nice.
And it was Jasmine. She was in America, like an Instagram comedian, and I saw her doing it and I was like, I could do that. I could do it, and because I've always enjoyed performing. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of drama and theatre stuff, and that was just always my lane, and I just enjoyed it. I really liked doing that in life. So when it came to comedy, I think, I just would see people do it, and I used to think, and I would see funny things as well that I would think that could be a joke. And I have a really funny family, so I'm actually not the funniest in my family.
Really?
When I started to do comedy, they thought it was really crazy because I was like, but you just read books and that, like, you ain't the comedian in the family. Because I was quite quiet as a kid, like I wasn't the center of the attention. I used to just be really quiet, reading my books, writing my little stories, and that was it. But in my mind, I was hilarious, and I knew that. They didn't know that. No one knew that. But now they do. But no, I think it's just life, upbringing. I really do think that you have to find life quite funny at times because it can get really dark.
100%.
And you have to just laugh, and sometimes that's all you can actually do. Sometimes some things happen and you just have to laugh at it. You're like, wow, that's actually hilarious. So I think inspiration just comes from life, family, wanting to bring that joy into the world. I enjoy bringing that to people when I have messages and people that have said, my mom died 6 months ago, but your video made me really laugh today. And I was like, oh, wow.
Nice,
it's a nice feeling just to think that you can uplift someone's day like that. So it's just, I'm inspired to inspire, I guess. Yeah.
That's actually dope. Like, damn.
It's a nice feeling, yeah. And because when I'm really upset as well, I go switch on the comedy. Or like dark comedy. I quite like dark comedy. Yeah, I quite like things that you're not meant to laugh at. But I'm like, that's quite funny. Yikes, it's quite funny. So, you know, it's just, I like to feel like I'm adding to that. Like one day maybe I will write a TV show that will get someone through a really hard time because it's about something that they've been through or whatever it may be. So, yeah.
Adding value to like
adding
a person,
value. Yeah, I enjoy that. I
enjoy
that, yeah.
So like, obviously there's the adding value part of it, and obviously you've explained sort of the inspiration side. So then like, what made you like go out there into the internet and like, you know, like you get your trolls and stuff and all these things. Like when you first started, was there any of that anxiety? Like, is someone gonna say anything? Go, that.
I didn't have any anxiety. You know, I don't think I cared. I think because I've got 7 siblings, and growing up. We gave each other quite a thick skin because we would constantly just say things to each other all of the time, like continuously. And so I think it just never factored into my brain that people may see this and not like it. Sometimes I used to get a bit upset. I came on a journey with the internet. When I first started out, I wasn't really caring about any of the numbers. I just started to do it because I was working at this newspaper and I thought, I just need like an outlet. And I used to do drama and I didn't do that anymore. And I thought, what's my creative outlet? So then I just started to do videos and I thought, this works. Can do that. But yeah, but when I started to really get the numbers a little bit and I started to really focus on, I need to reach 10k and then 20k, and I've been on 20k for quite a while, but it's okay. I kind of did get a lot of comments, and at the time it did get to me quite a bit because I have eczema, for example.
Right.
I'd have people say things like, what's wrong with your hands? Or, you know, people that didn't like my accent, or they just didn't find me funny and they would feel like they had to let me know that. And I was like, just scroll, innit? It's just scroll past. Like, you don't need to let me, if you don't find me funny,
leave me be, innit?
Leave me be. Like, and I remember not the worst comment, but the one that really stuck in my head was, I think I may have it on my phone, but some person, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, because you never really know with these things. It's just like a pictureless person, just a person that you have no idea who they are, but they wrote a big paragraph of all this stuff saying, I just don't find you funny. Why are you doing comedy?
Damn.
You need to stop, like, you're embarrassing this and you're embarrassing that. And then at the very end they said, you know what, I really hope you struggle in life. And I was like, why? Like, why would you wish struggle on someone because you don't find them funny? It didn't compute in my brain.
It's just so much negative.
Just very negative. Like, and I was just like, wow, okay. And when I used to see things like that, that would kind of get me down a bit. And so I remember I used to come away from the internet because I'd be like, ugh. But then I feel like I have to be on it because I had to get the numbers. But then I was like, but if I'm on it, I get quite sad. So I had to work out that balance of, you know, just not caring, I guess. But going on it, I didn't really care. But when I got on it, I was like, this is a bit much. Now I'm back to just not caring. People can kind of say what they want because I've come away from it, internet stuff, for a while. I haven't really put out as much comedy content as what I used to.
Right.
And I think in that time I've just
reflected and
I've assessed that these people are not that they're not relevant. Because everyone's relevant, but they're not important to me. Like, if you don't like what I do,
that's fine for you.
That's fine for you, and you're not going to be part of my journey, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to be part of everyone's journey, and but it's taken a while to get to this place. Like, a while, because at one point I was like, right, I'm stopping everything. And at one point I was like, no, let me go find them. Then one point I used to get really upset, but now I'm just like, nah, such is life. People don't like you, and that's okay.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.
Boy. And I think, like, even when you touched upon, like, you know, like these no profile accounts that say XYZ about people, me personally, I feel people project their fears or insecurities on others.
They do. No, they do. I think, they do. And I don't ever, for example, like I said, I've got 7 siblings and I've got older sisters, and my older sisters are quite protective over me.
Yeah.
So whenever they would see these things, they'd be like, right, I'm going to have to say something, right? And they would proper, like, jump on this person. Whereas I never used to do that, and they used to see me as being quite weak. It wasn't that I was weak, it's just that I can see if someone is taking time out of their day to write such hatred and negativity and bitterness, it's because something has to be happening in your life. because I've never done that. I've never seen something I don't like and been in a place where I've just thought, oh, I'm gonna tell you that I don't like. I've just never done it. So I have to just think that you have to really be either really upset with your own life, you're going through something, maybe someone's just died in your family, I don't know, maybe you're going through a really hard time and that's why you're here on my thing, because you need that outlet and you've seen that you don't like my thing and you thought, yep, I'll just put it all on her. And I can't really get mad at that, because it's human nature, and it's one of them things. So you have to see it like that, and you kind of think, oh, I'll pray for you, innit?
We'll pray for you, man. We'll send a prayer to you.
I'll send a prayer to you,
little homie.
You know, I will pray for you. I'll keep you in my prayers. I'm sorry that something is making you have to do that. Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, man, 100%. And it's like you said, and like the most we can do from every end is just pray for the other person, whatever they're going through. But like, I think the thing I admire about yourself is that no matter what you go through, individual battles or personal ones, like when people see it, it's always the cast that we all know, smiley cast, positive, always spreading love.
That's good.
And I think that's so important, like in life in general, like not even just as like cast the public figure or entertainer or writer or presenter, like even down to a person. I think it's important for all of us humans to actually take this note that it's important to just spread more love and positivity, man.
No, it is.
Because it's contagious as well. Like,
it is, because the world, when you really look at the world, there's so much. If you just scroll, for example, on your phone, on Twitter mainly, because sometimes I get really caught up in Twitter, but there's just really negatives. Even if you was to post, if you was to, for example, I'm on Facebook, right?
Okay, yeah.
The old people platform. But I'm follow Birmingham Mail.
Okay.
Birmingham Mail, they'll post their stories, and people will comment. And if you just open up those comments, there's so much opinions and people just a lot of noise is how I describe it. A lot of, chitter chatter, negativity. And it's a bit like, why would you want to be part of that when you can not be? You can just bring light to life.
Now, of course, obviously you were mentioning about Facebook and like, was it Birmingham Mail in terms of
Birmingham Mail? I mean, not. I don't want to, throw shots at Birmingham Mail because they're good people. But I'm not trying to. But if you do go onto they will post their news stories, and if you click on them, and everyone has opinions, and they're just really negative opinions all the time. So I think, if you are going to be in this world, you can just be a positive part of it and not have to not add to that, because you just don't have to. But it's just, you don't have to add to it. You can just be a nice person and smile. And,
it's true. And I personally believe as well, like spiritually, like if you like have yourself as an outlet. So like if you consider yourself as like an earth yourself, like a planet basically. If your planet is happy and always positive, then I feel like positive things will attract you. But I feel like if you're always like angry and stuff, it's always the negative things will come towards you.
That's a really interesting way to look at it. No, yeah, you're right. I've never really saw myself as a planet before. Maybe the size of a planet sometimes, but not so much. But no, that does make complete sense.
And then metaphorical sense, I say planet, like, do you know like how a planet rotates the orb and stuff, and the sun? I mean, like that, like we're all sort of like a planet because we have our own energy, our own burst of joy and personality. Hence why I use the term planet.
No, it works. And you're right. I think if you, what did I read the other day? Basically, everyone is quite magnetic, so you will attract whatever it is that you are. So if you walk into a room, for example, and you are a really positive person, people are going to be drawn to you and they may not even know why. They're just like, oh, I really want to be around that person. They don't know why they want to be around you. They just do. I hosted an event the other day actually, and there was a lady there called Milka.
Okay.
And she was lovely, but for some reason I was just very drawn to her, and I got talking to her and we started chatting, and she was like, what, I really like your energy. And I was like, I like yours too. Like, she was just cool, and I just thought, because we just obviously were both quite positive people, and we met, and she's really lovely, and hopefully we'll keep in contact. I messaged her yesterday. But no, I think you're right. You draw in what you are, so you have to make sure that what you are is what you actually want in the world.
100%, man. And talking and presenting, like you mentioned, like that side of Cass, like, would you say it's the same sort of side as we see as the comedian Cass, or is it more for different sort of, if you get my drift?
Kind of.
So like, okay, so we see Cass online, there's the sketches, there's the actual like series that you're releasing and stuff, and that's like the lit Cass we see, like busting jokes, making us laugh. But then presenter Cass, is that more like of a formal thing, or are you still incorporating?
Oh no, I'm still, I mean, a bit of half and half, I guess. I think with presenting, so when I first started all this journey like 4 or 5 years ago, I thought I wanted to be a presenter.
Okay.
So at one point I thought that's what I wanted to be, because it kind of made sense in my brain. I was like, all right, I've done journalism, and journalists do kind of present, but I didn't really want to do
the Trevor
news.
McDonald, like,
yeah, like I didn't want to be
news
hello
at 10.
today there was a, no, I didn't want to do that. And I thought, okay, presenting. And so at one point I did want to present, and I was going after, like, you know, I was on like 6 different stations at one point.
Mad.
In Birmingham and London, and I was just proper going for this presenting stuff. I had experience in journalism because they taught me how to, you know, do radio and TV, and I thought, well, this makes sense, then at least I'll put my degree to use. But it's only been the last 2 years. So now I work for a Christian radio station.
Yes.
In London, Premier Gospel, 11 shows a week. Check
Shout
me
out
out.
Premier Gospel.
But I realised I don't want to present about anything, you know. I realised I'm not the person to find new music in Birmingham and go put it on and, you know, present about it. I just realised I like listening, but I'm not the one to do that for people, you know.
I understand that.
I'm not that kind of presenter. So when I present now, I want to do it about stuff that I actually care about. Not that I don't care about new music, and I love hearing about it, but I want to go to someone for that. I don't want to be the one to tell people about it. So yeah, I think it's a bit of both, because obviously on a Christian station,
yes,
sometimes I can talk about spiritual stuff, which you can find laughter in it. However, sometimes you have to be a little bit more serious. So I guess it's because obviously everyone's 3-dimensional, so people may just see you as like a comedy person. Whereas with that, I can be the other side of me, where I don't have to make you laugh. If I do, then it's great, but if I don't, it's not the be all and end all. So yeah,
of course. And obviously, like, working for gospel radio and stuff, obviously for yourself, would you say it's like more spiritual for you as well, because you're spreading the word of God and the joy and love of God as well?
No, definitely. I think that's why I wanted to do it. So I was presenting a radio show here every morning, from like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And I was sitting there one day and I was like, I don't want to, not that I don't want to do this, but I knew I wanted to present about something specific. So
of course,
I've always known of my station for about 10 years. Being a Christian, I always thought that's a station that Christians kind of know. And I thought, and I just messaged them one day and I said, hi, I really want to present. How do I do that? And then coincidentally, their drive time presenter just left. And they saw me and they were like, come in for an interview. I did. They liked me. That was it.
That's mad.
But it just worked. And so, yeah, it's definitely because I knew I wanted to use my presenting skills for something bigger than, you know, what I was at the time. So, yeah.
I want to go back into that in a second, but for now I want to like introduce the first segment of the show, which is Guess the Drink, sponsored by Snack Attack UK.
Hey! I am thirsty as well, so that's good. Oh, it's blue.
So obviously this segment's Guess the Drink. This isn't alcohol, by the way, for anyone that thinks it's Alizé Blue. No, it's a soda by Snack Attack UK. It's also the drink of the week. It's this summery vibe.
Smells like a Tip Top.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can I drink it?
Yeah, of course.
You want me to guess what flavour it is?
Please.
That is actually a Tip Top. But what flavour? Is it just Tip Top flavour? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Is it a thing?
What is this? If I was to go into a shop and buy a blue Tip Top, what blueberry? No. Bubblegum? No.
What's your final verdict?
I don't know. Wait. What is that? I know it tastes like my childhood, but that isn't a flavour. Cassandra's childhood flavour. No, I don't know. I'm gonna go with blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Well,
Berry lemonade.
yeah, sun-kissed.
I don't believe that.
It is.
Yeah, no, I can taste it. I was gonna say that next, to be fair. So yeah, I was not gonna say that next. I would never have got that. Wow.
Speaking of childhood drinks, that is childhood. Not that this drink is part of anyone's childhood if you're in the UK, unless you're in America, then yeah. But do you remember Chuppa Chuppa, the lollipops?
Yes.
So Snack Attack, basically they stock the drink version of them.
Do they?
Yeah, so there's like a strawberry version. There's a green version.
Sounds like a lot of E numbers. That does. Sounds amazing.
It does. That's like
I
a
need that.
sugar rush high day.
I think I need that because I remember once I went to, where did I go? Can't remember, but I found like a massive lollipop, Chopper Chop. Like
Mad.
huge. It was like literally the size of my head, and it took me. I didn't actually finish it all because I think I don't even know what happened to be fair, but I just remember it's gonna take me so many years to eat, and then eventually I think I threw it away. I can't remember, but yeah, a lot of E numbers in that as well. I think I need that drink. Yeah.
Now we'll hook you up when that comes, man. So, like talking about.
Wow.
Just a little trick there, just to put the drink down. Help
Can
yourself.
I put this in there?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. I don't want it to like blow anything up. Okay.
Oh, good.
It's a very expensive car. Trying to be careful.
We haven't got insurance. What?
Whose car is this? We broke in.
But obviously, moving back to like gossip radio and like you're saying, how like it brings joy to yourself as well. Do you have like callers where like you've ever had like a deep conversation with them, like on a live call or something, or do you know what I mean? Like you've ever had a phone call where someone says, "Oh, I just listened to your show and I really need to hear that because I don't know if they were in some sort."
No, so I do my show from home now
Okay.
because well, one, because of the pandemic, so everyone left the office when I got to the office, so there was no one actually there. Damn. But yeah, so when I first started at my office, everyone had left, so we didn't really have a studio like that to present from. Also, some of my shows are pre-recorded.
Okay.
Because I do like 11 shows a week. One of them is at like 11 o'clock at night. If I was to do that all live, I'd literally have no life at all. But we do have people texting. So the other day it was World Lupus Day, Tuesday, and I had a lady on who has lupus. I didn't know a lot about lupus, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But she told me about it and she shared what lupus is and how it affects her life. And afterwards I did have someone message through to my Instagram saying, you know what, that really, really touched me because I have lupus and no one ever talks about it.
Wow.
And I just feel like no one knows about us. We just kind of get left behind. No one really cares. It's not like something that people are always talking about, which was nice. And so you do get people texting saying, you know, prayer requests, for example. So they'll text in why they want prayer requests, or what about my son's going through this, or my daughter has psychosis, or all these different things. So yeah, you get people that really value what you're doing, which is nice. It's nice to feel like you're adding value.
Nah, that's great, man. And obviously, because you mentioned because of the pandemic, like, and obviously the office getting refurbished. What's it like for you, like, to be recording your shows at home rather than being in like the actual studio environment?
Well, very noisy. So I moved back in with my mum,
Yeah.
just because she don't want me to pay no rent, and I was like, oh, I'll just stay here then, until I move back to London. But so my house at the moment is quite noisy.
Okay.
So for that reason, it can be quite difficult. And being in a studio setting, it's just better because you're there already and you actually feel like
in that zone.
Yeah, you're in the zone. Is you know, you can just shut the door. No one bothers you. You've got everything you need, like the mics and the this and the that. So I prefer doing it in the studio. But at home is not terrible. It's just that you don't always get in the zone as much when, you know, you've got people downstairs shouting about this and your niece runs into the room and I'm trying to just now I was recording my show and my brother was outside and he was throwing rocks at the window and I was like, I'm trying to record my radio show. This is going on the radio. Please do not throw rocks at my window because it's not.
That's like a real life comedy sketch.
It was literally, I was like, can you stop? Because I can't. I could hear it go think, think, and I was like, why is he doing this? But so there's more distractions at home, but it's not. It's okay. It's not terrible. There's just way more distractions than what there was in the studio. which is what it is.
Are you looking forward to getting back to the studio? Obviously, given from that.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, but I enjoy being home as well. So one of the reasons I wanted to move back was because, I mean, I'm a family person. I have a lot of family, big family as well, and I just kind of miss them a little bit. And so I was like, yeah, if I move back home for a year or so, yeah, just to be around them. But I am, yeah, whenever it gets back up again, I will be back. Because I'm not having people throw rocks at my window while I'm trying to record my radio show.
Hey.
You know, and I'm trying to pray and they're just like, think, and I'm like, oh, gosh. Great.
So, like, with the whole presenting thing as well, obviously we've got gospel radio and spreading the word and joy and love of God, which is amazing. But where do you see yourself taking your presenting thing as well? Like, obviously given the radio show, but do you see yourself like hosting the Mobos or the Oscars?
No.
Or is that not sort of your thing?
I see myself winning things.
Amen.
I don't want to present them, I'll be honest. I think, no, I want to, what are Oscars for? Films,
yeah.
I want to win an Oscar. I don't want to present it. I want to win one. So, no, I don't. I think, if anything, what I really want to do with that is, I want to start, maybe this year, maybe next year, I don't know, but put on comedy/motivation events.
Nice.
And I want to host them. And so I want to use my presenting skills to host these events and then build like a franchise of events where people can come, laugh, feel, you know, inspired. But I think that's it. I mean, like, I think when you do a lot of different things, and this is one of the things I've done over the last few years. So I used to present, I would edit videos, I'd do comedy, I'd do this. And when you do so much stuff, you don't know what to focus on. And so you get pulled into other people's dreams for your life. So a lot of people come to me and say, oh, why don't you host this music show and, you know, put on the musicians? And because I didn't even know what I was doing. That sounds great, but it's just not me. That's for someone else in the city to do. So, but because at the time I didn't know what my vision was for my life, I'd say, yeah, okay, let's just do that then. And then you spend months doing that. And then, yeah, you have to kind of narrow it down and you have to cut certain dreams, I guess, off. So at one point, like I said, I wanted to be a presenter. So my dream was one extra, you know, then present over here and present over there. And I'd see like a Maya Jammer and think, yeah, I want to present this. Whereas now, I kind of just let go of that and I was like, you know what, it's not for me. It's just not for me. It's not what I'm gunning for. So yeah, we're presenting, like I said, if it's something I care about, I'll present it. If not,
I feel that
I won't, because it's just not. I want to do comedy. I want to write comedy. I want to be in comedy. I want to win awards for comedy, and that's it. Someone else's job will to, you know, present me the award. But yeah,
give me that Oscar in the meantime.
You know, like, but yeah, you have to just narrow things down because what's the saying when they say jack of all trades is master of none?
Yeah.
So if you just do everything, you'll never progress at one of them. You'll just be slowly going along with everything. Whereas if you just do one or two,
I'm fully focused up.
Fully focused, and you know what the goal is. You know what the end vision is, and you can just do that. And then
And then I'm guessing, obviously, once you've mastered them, to eventually you could go
move on to other things, and you know. Yeah, but I sat down the other day and wrote my 20-year plan.
Nice.
So, whatever don't fit in that plan, I'm not doing. Like, that's kind of it. Don't fit the plan, it's just not for me. Not that your plan can't move, because it can.
Yeah.
Because like I said, 5 years ago, my plan was to be a presenter, whereas now it's completely changed. So in 5 years' time, it could be something completely different. I don't know. But, yeah, I think right now, no, I don't really have any long-term massive visions for presenting stuff. I just think I'm happy where I'm at, and yeah,
that's dope, man. I've got a next segment for you.
Top 5 crepes.
This segment's called Top 5 Crepes.
Okay.
So sponsored by Kazi Kicks, but so basically your top 5 crepes in any order, could be anything. I don't know, could be.
You see, the thing with this, I don't know about shoes.
Okay.
I did used to work in Foot Asylum.
Oh no.
Which is really bad. I should know about them, but I don't. Okay, you know what, actually?
Yeah.
My favourite brand is Nike.
Okay.
These are not Nike. These are Adidas. But my favourite brand is Nike.
Air Forces or?
No. I think actually, tell a lie. When I go to the gym, I'm looking for running shoes. I will go to Nike.
Yeah.
So that's that. If I'm looking for something to wear, I'll normally go to Adidas. Don't know why. I just feel like they
casual
make...
wear, like...
Yeah, like today, I'll just go for Adidas because I feel like they just make shoes that I can just wear that look,
great for your outfits.
Yeah, put it for my outfits. That's my extensive knowledge of shoes. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I didn't really last at Foot Asylum, because I didn't know about shoes. Like, people come in and be like, "Oh, have you got this?" I'll be like, "I don't know. Have a look in it, because I don't know."
Just have a browse.
Have a browse, like have a look. But
Converse, I'm guessing.
Converse.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
No, really.
I've only ever had one pair of Converses, and I
Fair
thought
enough.
they were really thin, and I have flat feet, and so I just felt like I was wearing nothing. It just felt really strange.
That's how me too. I got flat feet too. Flat feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't realise. Someone told me I have flat feet, and I was like, "Oh,
I didn't realise
don't
that last year,
insult
to
me
be
like
fair.
that." Yeah, you just don't realise. But Vans, I wear a lot of Vans
Vans
because
are
again
dope,
they're
yeah.
quite easy to wear. What else do I wear? That's literally it. Other than that, it's just like non-branded boots and that, and
Smart boots and whatnot. Like,
yeah, Doc Martens. Yeah, smart heeled boots. I'm trying to be more sophisticated now, so.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to be a little bit more
Hey, I
sophisticated
see you,
today.
man.
But, like, trying to be a heels kind of girl, on a casual day. But yeah, I'm not the greatest for this segment. If it was food, I could tell you everything. But yeah, trainers wise, I've never been great at. If it looks good, I'll just wear it, and that's kind of it.
Maybe on part 2, when we have you back, we could probably get like a mellow segment on food or something.
Yes.
In the back of the rolls, like, fine dine.
Yes, that would be me. Like, but shoes, I'm not gonna lie, it's never been my strong point. Yeah, nah.
I hear you, man. So to conclude our interview before we end and stuff, like, okay, so if I'm someone that's looking at you now, like a young Cass or whoever it may be, if they want to be, I don't know, a presenter, or they want to be a script writer, or in any sort of form that they're aspiring to be in some sort of form that you're achieving, because you've achieved a lot of amazing accolades as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's true though, man. We can't care. We have to give blessings and love always, man. But what would you say to the people? Like, where's to start? Like, if I was to say to you, for example, like, I'm not me. I'm just like an alien, for example, and I'm like, hey, I'm from Mars, but but I don't know. I want to get into like comedy acting, or I want to feature in one of your scripts to act. Like, what would you say to that person or that alien?
Well, to the alien, I would say you have to just do it yourself. For me, I just started to do it. I didn't really wait. I think a lot of times we wait for the opportunity to pass us by.
Facts.
But everything I have at the moment, it's not because I waited. It's because I put myself out there. Sometimes I was pushed to do that. Sometimes people made me do it. But either way, that's the only reason I can do everything I've got. The only reason I have this job at the radio station is because I had built my platform enough for them to say, "Oh, who is she?" Do you know what I mean?
And you've
like,
had your portfolio to look at.
Exactly. So they went onto my thing and they were like, "Oh, why does she have so many followers? Well, who is she then? What's so great about her that she has that many?" But you have to be really proactive with it. And one thing I would always say is to just know why you're doing it. You have to know, because people can give you all the advice and all these different stuff, but if you don't know why you're doing something, you will run out of steam. And you will not. This is what happened to me. So like I said, I've been doing this for about 4 years properly. I ran out of steam on like year 2 because I just didn't know what it was for. And I'd be getting the views and I'd be getting the brand deals. The money wasn't enough for me. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't my why. Some people it is, and that's fine, but it wasn't for me. So when people be like, "No, you just need to get as many people and then get as much money," and I was like, "Yeah, but that isn't enough to keep me doing this. Like, it's just not enough." Like, and I just ran out of steam, and I was like, "Yeah, nah, what for?" And then I had to really do some soul searching and think, okay, what's my long-term goal? What's my goal here? What's the point? So before anything, before even being proactive, before you just jump into stuff, before any of that, I think you just have to have a reason why. And then that reason will fuel you. And I won't even have to give you advice after that, because you will be on it yourself. Do you know what I mean? If you know why, you won't have anyone, no one will have to sit you down and say, "So this is what, this is how you get motivated." No, if you know why, you pick yourself up every day and you're like, "All right, what we doing? Where we going?" You will find your own way, which is why a lot of people that are successful, it's never the same route.
It's the
Like,
passion. Yes.
I used to ask so many people, presenters.
Yeah.
I asked Joella Noble, who's doing really well now. I asked, what was her name?
No.
Ramel London. Is that
Oh
her name?
yeah, Ramel London. Yeah, she
Yeah.
hosted with that show with Aaron, didn't she?
Yeah, I asked her. I asked so many different presenters
Yep.
when I wanted to be a presenter. How did you do what you did? How did you do it? Because I wanted a blueprint, but there's no blueprint to these things because everyone, they just got what they wanted to do. They had a reason why they went for it. So everyone has a different path. When you have a reason why,
That's all you need.
that's really all you need because it will push you. You will find your own things. So yeah, to a young me, I just say just find your reason why soon. And know what you want to do and just cut out all of the other
Distractions.
yeah, like just don't let other people tell you, well, I think you should do this, or I think you should take people's advice, of course, because sometimes people know more than what you know.
100%.
And sometimes people can see things in you that they think you could be really good at that, but if it isn't you, you'll know when it, like, don't do it. And then yeah, if that makes sense.
No, it does, man. That makes perfect sense. But before we end the show, there's a little care package from Snack Attack for you.
Oh!
Just a little sweetie sweets.
Yay! Oh, well, this is really nice. Can I show?
Yeah, of course you could.
Barbecue ribs. Lays. You see, they had these in Spain.
Yeah.
No, they didn't actually have Walkers. They only had Lays. Wow.
Krabby Patties for like SpongeBob. That's like a childhood reference there. Like.
No, it actually is. I actually always wanted to have Krabby Patties as well. You know when you look at cartoon food and you think, yo, that looks delicious.
Yeah, like
Krabby
why can't I eat?
Patties. Oof. And the bananas from Jungle Book and Reptile bars.
Wow, I'm with you on that one, yeah.
I used to really want to taste the Reptile bar. No, man, thank you very much.
No, it's
I
a pleasure,
appreciate
man.
this.
It's a pleasure.
Yay.
Before you go, Cass,
Yes.
obviously let people know where they can find you and what to look out for. Like, what's the latest thing that they can?
Yeah, at Cassandra Maria with an X on the end. I may change that because someone told me once it was really long and I was like, oh, maybe just change it to Cass. But at the moment, it's at Cassandra Maria with an X on the end. What to look out for? Some really great comedy on my page. I am going to be working on some short films and some short series, comedy wise. So look out for that. If you are into acting or you want to get involved, send me a message. And yeah, if you fit a role, you can have it. To be fair, yeah, that's it from me at the moment. What else? Oh, and I do a weekly newsletter as well. /blog. So every
Nice.
Friday I drop a little life lesson. It's called the Chronicles of Cass. You can find that in my bio, where I just share a little life lesson, comedic life lesson, because I do comedy. And yeah, so that's out every Friday at 10 a.m. And that's me.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. It's been
Thank
a pleasure.
you. It's been great.
Always, man.
Yeah, man.
Part 2 with some food behind. Like Mellows, make sure you pattern some.
Yes, mellows, please.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching Wraith Talks, see you next time.